I'm Dominik Pfaffenbauer. I'm Pimcore developer since 2012. I was named Pimcore MVP last year at the Pimcore conference. I'm self-employed as a Pimcore consultant and developer for 6 years now. I am also the top non-Pimcore employee contributor on GitHub for Pimcore. And I'm also the 8th top contributor in Austria on open source on GitHub. And I created the first commit in Coreshop in 2015. So Coreshop is already 4.5 years old. What is Coreshop? Coreshop is not just e-commerce, it is more. Coreshop is a set of bundles and components glued together to build an e-commerce suite. So there is a lot of independent bundles which you can use without using e-commerce at all. Why did I create Coreshop in the first place? Back in 2015, I was not a Pimcore partner and I didn't have access to the e-commerce framework, but I still had the need for an e-commerce solution in Pimcore. So I started to create Coreshop, and after a while I added more features. I got access to the e-commerce framework and compared the e-commerce framework to Coreshop. And the e-commerce framework is very limited in the features it gives you out of the box. You have to create a lot of stuff for yourself all the time, or you can reuse it from other projects. But it doesn't come with a lot of features built in. That's one of the motivations we kept on going developing Coreshop. What are the advantages of Coreshop? It is natively, seamlessly integrated into Pimcore, also into the XJS UI of Pimcore. It is a fully featured e-commerce suite. It gives you unlimited flexibility and very simple customization. It has a very big focus on developer experience. It is a component-based approach, so we have different bundles, which you can also use outside of an e-commerce context. For example, the index bundle, which gives you the possibility to create product index or data indexes and filters on top of it to create a layered navigation. Or the currency bundle, if you need currency conversions in a project, you can install the currency bundle. It comes with the models. You just install it and you can do currency conversions. Or the menu bundle for creating Pimcore backend menu entries, or the Pimcore bundle, which is a utility bundle. It is very developer-friendly, and you can also use it alongside the e-commerce framework. So if you already have an e-commerce framework application and you need some features of Coreshop, you can combine it together. What are some features? We have built-in localization, built-in currencies, built-in countries, multi-stores, exchange rates, taxes, all kinds of rules like card pricing rules with vouchers, catalog pricing rules, specific product pricing rules for a single product. We have shipping rules for shipping calculations. We have notification rules for sending out emails or push notifications to the customer. And it's all built to extend it for create new conditions or action for those rules for calculations, price calculations, or notifications. We also have a built-in order management with an integrated Symfony workflow. And we have backend filter and index configuration, so you can create your backend index, your product index and filters in the backend. We have built-in reporting. We have built-in a checkout manager. We use Payum as a payment abstraction library, so it's quite easy to build to add in new payment gateways. And it is a completely Symfony-based stack. So you can override basically every single code in Coreshop using Symfony dependency injection. That's a screenshot of Coreshop. So you can see the menu here, where we have the localization entries, where you can do all sorts of basic configuration for your e-commerce. We have the rule engine. The rules are always based on a set of conditions and a set of actions to execute once the conditions are met. And we use that basically all around Coreshop in every single place of Coreshop. We have notification rules where we can decide when to send the customer an email, the order confirmation email, the shipping email, push notifications, for example, as well. That's the backend order management. So we also have a backend order management included, so the customer can actually dispatch the order from within the Pimcore backend, so it doesn't need to switch the system. And you can see every information about the order, the states it is in, the customer, the payment, the shipping, the pricing, the emails which send out to the customer, and the product support, obviously. That's the Coreshop index, where you can create a data object index for a certain data object. And it's basically just configured. You just drag and drop the fields you want to have in the index. You can create some interpreters to transform the data before it gets indexed. And then you can create filters on top of it to make something like that. So to search through Pimcore data objects in the UI. And it's dynamically configured in the backend. And that's one of the biggest bundles you can use without e-commerce. Like this website doesn't use the Coreshop e-commerce, it just uses the index. And it is very developer friendly, so as I already said, you can override basically everything, you can extend everything, and yeah. Some statistics. We have overall around 20,000 installations or downloads of Coreshop. Within the past 30 days, it was around 900 downloads, and the total download number of all components and bundles combined is almost 100,000. And what are some case studies? ZeroReach.co.uk is one of my customers in England, where we had the requirement to have one system, one installation, and multiple websites with different themes, different products, different currencies. They have no ERP available because it's basically a startup company. They only have an accounting software we connected to. So we store every other information in Pimcore. The goal is also to automate as much as possible, and they have a completely different product catalog. They sell bikes and bike accessories, boilers, spare parts for boilers, space heaters, stuff like that. The result was we currently have 5 websites live with different themes, different colors. We have a built-in warehouse and stock management in Pimcore. We have a built-in purchase order management in Pimcore, where we automatically create purchase orders when a product gets sold and gets under a certain limits. So we automatically repurchase that through the supplier. The website is a mix between B2B and B2C, well, the websites. And yeah, we also do currency conversions in the purchase order. So if like the supplier's currency is euros and they buy it in pounds, we convert between those currencies. And that's how it looks. So it's currently 5 websites, 5 different themes, and it's a mix between B2B and B2C. That's the stock management we built, where they can manually book in and book out the stock. We also create a stock type configuration in the data model, where they can choose for every product what kind of stock type it is. Is it actually stock held? Is it a back-to-back product? Is it a supplier stock product? And based on that configuration, we do things a bit different when it comes to order management, purchase order management, or to book it out in and out from stock. We're also trying to generate stock labels, which actually get printed on a label printer and get put on the physical product in the warehouse. We do purchase orders, where it can create manually or automatically create purchase orders, and also do good receipts. So when the good gets shipped in, they can create a goods receipt and book in what just actually got delivered. So if you buy 10 bikes, only 5 get delivered, they book in 5 bikes. Now we come to Neupack. Neupack was developed by Dachcom Digital in Switzerland, especially from Stefan. Some of you know him from GitHub maybe. His username is Solvarat. And the challenge was, Neupack sells packaging materials. And they sell like a lot of big quantities in very small prices. Like one piece costs like 1 cent or maybe 0.00 cents, but you buy 1,000 or 2,000 of them. And they also sell in different units. So you can buy per piece, per carton, per pallet. And they also have volume pricing or tier pricing. So if you buy 50, you get it cheaper than when you buy 10, for example. So the solution was, Stefan implemented a very big new feature into Coreshop. We called it quantity price rules, where you can actually create tier pricing rules. So if you buy 10, you get 1 for €1. If you buy 20, 1 costs you 80 cents, for example. And that's built into Coreshop now. And he also implemented product units to sell products in different sales units. And also added that to the quantity rules. So you can also do different quantity rules for different product units. And that's how it looks. So it's just a big table of different prices for different units. And also, when there is no quantity price rule available, it just doesn't display any price. So if you don't have a rule set for a certain amount of price of quantity range, it doesn't display it. And yeah, that's how the summary looks. If you add it to your cart, you can see that the price it would have been cost and your price you get. And they also implement a live price calculation, because if you have like possibility of having like 1,000 different prices for a product, you have to determine a certain starting price for a product. So you need to do price calculations sort of live to get for the customer to see where the price starts. Yeah, and DACCOM contributed all of that back to Coreshop, free of charge. So big applause to the DACCOM for that. Yeah, and give it a try. It's quite easy to set up. It's basically 3 lines, 4 lines of CLI commands. Yeah, thank you for listening. If you have any questions? No? Okay. Then, thank you.
Then we...
Pimcore. Own the digital world.